and welcome to an episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. In today's episode, this big rusty truck is going to turn into a truck that isn't so rusty, but mainly, it's going to have drag tires on it, and it's going to have this. So let's just watch the time lapse really quick. Now that you're back after the time lapse, let's go and put the engine in the truck. So move to lifter A and then lift her up. So I'm going to lift it up a bit more because that's where I need it to get under it and take the transmission out. Not to mention I also am going to take the exhaust out and to completely replace all of the suspension. Let's get these middle mufflers out, and the nice thing is that this thing is a junkyard car, so a lot of parts aren't even here. So just going through the junkyard, then I found this thing. Also, I could probably keep the clutch and all that stuff on. But I'm just going to take it off because maybe I can repair it and use it on something else. I don't really know. Okay, let's go to the front suspension here. So, I'm going to just really remove things in a random order. Also, I'm not sure if the drag radials are even front to back in, like, their tire profile. I think the front might have a smaller tire profile than the rear, but whatever. So I've done most of the things that I need to actually assemble this off camera. You know, a truck like this, old American trucks, they were true, honest-to-God work trucks. They weren't all this fancy shit the new trucks have in them. Well, then again, if new trucks didn't have all the fancy shit, no one would actually buy it, because who's going to buy a truck that well, then again, who in America is going to buy a manual transmission vehicle? That's the real thing. Oh, I know. Maybe someone from Europe that has come over here as an immigrant. Maybe. I mean, well, I mean, I am completely just joking around about that. But anyway, manuals have so many upsides. One, you don't have to deal with the cost of an automatic transmission because a manual transmission rarely, if ever, will break. That's like cars such as BMWs, whatever, that when they used to have the manual transmission option, it was so much better than the automatic, because the automatic, such as the E60 BMW M5, those things, their automatics were horrible. They weren't even an automatic, they were a manual converted into an automatic. Which, I mean, yeah, it gave good shifts, I guess, but it was jerky and that sort of thing. So now the truck has no front suspension. God, I can't wait to see how this looks before and after. Now let's go to the rear. Get the brake drums off. This is old, so it does have brake drums. I mean, the nice thing about brake drums, even though you can't put as much force down as a disc brake, a brake drum will last, well, I mean, if you drive like a grandma, it can last hundreds of thousands of miles. No matter what, it will just last considerably longer than a normal brake disc and brake pads, disc brakes. But there are so many reasons not to use them. Mainly because if you put a disc brake on a modern car, everyone will bash it and say it's horrible. That's also a big reason. one thing too, I just got a new mouse. So, well, I got a new mouse because my old mouse decided to take a crap, and whenever you clicked, really the mouse decided whether or not it was actually going to detect your click. Well, then again, if you manhandled that mouse, it would work just fine. But I'm the type of person where I want to click like a normal person rather than have to click like an ape. Okay, so now this truck is pretty much nothing but a rolling shell, except for the fact that there is a half engine in there. I'm going to put on the exhaust system here. Not that one. That one. And this has no catalytic converters. I mean, yeah, it looks like it has no catalytic converters. Which means, basically, I'm just giving the middle finger to the environment. Yeah, that's what that means. Steering rack. Steering rook. Gotta pronounce everything weird. Don't have a front sway bar, so I need to go by that. That's not how you spell front. I'm just gonna type front because I can't be better. Just type sway bar, front. There it is. Front sway bar, inner and outer tie rods. Oh, and it looks like I don't have a. That's annoying. I don't have an outer tire. I don't have another inner tie rod. That's 100%. Whatever though. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, anything is better than the condition it was in before. I'm thinking of a color to paint this. Why don't I paint it... let's not go gray. I don't know. Maybe it should be red, because it's going to be quite fast, actually. The two carburetors on top, when you put the performance carburetors on, that adds 24% more horsepower. Just from two carburetors. There we go. Get that on. Front wheel hoob. Hooby dooby. Scooby Dooby. Just, you gotta say everything wrong. Okay, God. Looks like I don't have any brakes. Wait, maybe I can... Let's see if I'm able to repair these things. No, but I'm just gonna... I just destroyed something. Destroyed something else. Good. 2 brakes. Wheel hub cap. And why not just screw it, put on a shitty one. Oh, it looks like I only have shitty brakes on me. Get those brakes on. Brake calipers. Yes, okay, it's these ones that I'm putting on the front. God, that looks kind of nice, actually. Even with all the rust. You know, I should probably try to keep some of the rust on here. It would be a completely sleeper. Turn up to the drag strip, gigantic drag radials, and a rusty-ass body. Yeah, talk about a sleeper. You know, I think the best sleeper would be someone with a minivan. Let's think of the shittiest one. Ah, I know. The 2000s era, basically whatever Chrysler Town and Country. Go to a drag strip of one of those, put on gigantic drag radials on the front, and then you need to put... I mean, I wouldn't trust that engine with any sort of boost. So I say swap the engine out. Hey, LS swap it. LS swap a minivan, put a supercharger on the LS swap, and then take it to the drag strip. That would be great. Yeah, someone's probably done it before. Who knows? People are idiots. Okay, so I got the front assembled. Wait, no, actually I don't have it completely assembled yet. I need to put rubber bushings in. Fuel tank and performance fuel pump. Leaf stringer drive axle. We need that. Yes, so remember when I said this, the rear tire might be a little fatter than the front? Yeah, it is. I think this should be just plenty enough power. Because, I mean, normally it made on the engine that I'm going to be putting in it, which is supercharged. That engine with the supercharger normally should make for 380 horsepower. But even if you just consider the 24% from the carburetors and the pistons add quite a bit and everything on it, I think we might be close to 450 or 500 horsepower. I'm going to go with 500. I'm going to laugh my ass off if it ends up being something completely way lower than that. Drum wheel cylinder, the brake shoes, and the brake drum. And this time when I'm putting it on the tire, I'm not going to get bombarded in the face by it because I'm going to zoom out. Okay. This looks good. Everything looks good. So let's go get the engine crane. We have equipment. Left, right. Okay, let's pull this engine out. Pull out. And let's get this engine. Take engine off the crane. Install engine. This one right here. Oh gosh, that looks really good. This is going to be some fun, and that is for sure. Oh yeah, brake servo. I'm gonna need to replace that so I actually have some brakes. Let me get this thing out of the way. Gearbox, which is going to be a custom gearbox. There we go, got that. And put on the drive shaft, or not. Because I'm an idiot and I didn't have a completely good drive shaft. There we go. So that is everything, I believe. I just need to put some oil in it and then do the body. I think I'm probably start with the body right now. So with this. What if I just replace the parts that aren't on here? Because I want it to be rusty as hell. God, I can make it look like an army truck then. It's kinda cool, I guess. Yeah, no, god damn it, I forgot to put the starter on. So, from factory, oh wait, this made more power than I thought. From factory, it made 700 pound-feet of torque and 500 horsepower. So I'm gonna say it's at about 550 to 600 horsepower. That does sound pretty good. And it makes all of its power really low. 900? That's almost 100% more horsepower. So this is a 900 horsepower, very old, rusty truck. But don't even mind the power. The torque, 1,300 pound-feet of torque. Jeez, I could pull a building down with this thing. Well, let's go see what it can do. The thing is, this thing makes its power so low down, I'm afraid it's just gonna go spin the wheels. Only runs to 5,500 RPM. Let's see what it can do. I think I'm gonna need to shift myself after this one. Oh god, I think I might have to change the transmission tuning a bit. It is fast. 202. And it went from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Wow. I'm gonna try to shift this time myself. It does shift pretty fast. I time was 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds. Let's see what the top speed is. In that short time, 217 miles per hour. Oh lord. Oh god. So it's safe to say this is a fucking beast. Anyway, hopefully you liked this episode, and goodbye.